Galimera, Galimera, Galimera. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So today, day 10 of the lockdown here in Greece. Just a quick look at the sky at the moment because we're understanding at the moment that the weather is going to start to take a turn for the worse. Yeah, Jane's birthday is on Wednesday and we're also being predicted rain as of Tuesday. So I'm just looking at the clouds at the moment. They're not looking very good at the moment. However, when we scan over to this side of the estate, well, it's still absolutely glorious. Beautiful sunshine. Not too many chickens about this morning. We've been wondering about where they've got up to, but they're all there underneath the trees down there. And again, it's November. Because I'm in the middle of a broadcast. Right then, as I said, it's day 10 of the lockdown. Just remind you that this video is also being shared on Greece Bulletin Board as well via the wonders of YouTube, and this broadcast will then actually be placed up onto YouTube when I finish doing it. Right, in the last 24 hours, there's been 1,698 new cases in Greece, which is down from the other day, giving us a total now of 74,205, and the chickens now turning up for breakfast by the looks of it. Of those 1,698 new cases, one of them is a Zakynthian woman who actually tested positive in Athens. Yep, she was supposedly over visiting her daughter who works over there, and this lady works for the regional unit of Zakynthos. She actually works, you know, where where Alexander Roma Street is, the big pink building at the bottom on the left-hand side, which is the regional office. That's where she works. Now, today, the Greek Health are going to be testing all her colleagues in that building to see if they may have contracted the virus from her. So things are going to be a bit hectic down in that part of the town, I think, today, with Greek Health going in, doing checking. Also, I reported a 57-year-old woman who'd contracted the virus. A little bit more come to light about her. She's actually a Bulgarian lady who tested positive, and she at the moment is in isolation at the moment. There's also been 5 new cases on Corfu as well over the last 24 hours. But the big story here in Greece at the moment, and the local media are now already dubbing it Black Sunday, there were 71 new deaths, which is the highest amount of deaths in one day here in Greece. That brings the total since the pandemic started up to 1,106. And the average age of people around about 79 years of age. However, most people also having underlying conditions. One of those deaths as well was the Archbishop Ioannis Langadas, who had contracted the virus. He's the first Archbishop on Greece to actually die of the virus. And according to the medical announcement, he tested positive for the virus on November the 13th and was hospitalized. And the Archbishop Langadas had visited Zakynthos last year for the religious events for St. Denis. So once again, our condolences to his family and also his parishioners as well. Now, critical cases in hospital, they have also reached a record amount of 392 cases. Again, the average age of people are 70 with underlying conditions, but as I've said before, ICU doctors have been noting that the age does seem to be dropping into people in their 40s and 50s, and there is one person aged 18 who's also in an ICU at the moment with the virus. Now, police across Greece are stepping up checks with higher fines being imposed for infringements of the lockdown measures. Now, in Western Attica yesterday, police discovered a pre-wedding celebration in a private house. Yep. So a fine of £3,000 was imposed on the organisers, and 4 of the guests also received fines for not holding valid 13033 texts. Yeah, that's the booking out system to confirm their movements. Anyway, the organiser, a 50-year-old male, was also charged with holding an event that violated the COVID-19 prevention measures, and he will appear in court at a later date. Anyway, the Greek government also confirmed the first data on the effectiveness of the latest lockdown is expected after Friday. That's November the 20th. And now at this stage, the Prime Minister and his experts will be able to make a final decision on whether measures are working in both reducing the number of cases and those incubated, if any extension of the lockdown is required at the end of the month. Looking at the data last night, for deaths during lockdown, the death rate has actually risen during the lockdown, and rather than decreased. So that's going to put an interesting spin on the figures, but at least he's allowing it till the end of this week to decide whether to make a decision to extend the lockdown till the 10th of December, which was first quoted. Also, Greek healthcare experts made a dramatic appeal last night for all citizens to comply with the restrictions and measures, as the situation in the country's hospitals are now at a critical level following the major increase in deaths and incubations in ICUs in the last 24 hours. Now, interestingly, Thessaloniki at the moment has only 11 beds left out of 161 available for any new patients. The situation nationwide is a little bit is no better, as they reckon at the moment there's 142 IC beds available out of 533. So anyway, however, the biggest problem facing Greece's hospitals at the moment is concerns about the staff. With many doctors and nurses also quarantined due to becoming infected, and those still on the front line are suffering both mentally and physically from extreme pressure which is being placed upon them. And once again, our thoughts are with those people who are having to actually deal with the virus at that level as well. Now, the Minister of the Interior, Takis Theorakis, announced following measures for the operation of the state that will come into force today. It seems the operation will absolutely will be with absolute necessity. People who work in the government specialities are to, if possible, to work from home. And they're also saying that in less than 50% of most employees in the public sector are working from home. Administration of each public service is obliged to ensure that civil servants belonging to high-risk groups will stay at home either to work part-time or to use their leave. It's interesting at the moment that the regional office is obviously going to have one major check for coronavirus there. That regional office, I'm not sure how that really impacts upon us in our day-to-day lives, but I know with departments like OED and that, which is the unemployment office, and people like that, it'll be interesting to see how it's affecting on them, and obviously how it's going to affect upon actual payments of ICA and how quickly people are going to get their ICA payments throughout with this crisis running at the moment. Anyway, parents who have at least one child up to the age of 15 and are civil servants can work in their service either part-time by 25% with alternate hours that will be agreed with their service, or they can use a special purpose leave. So we'll keep an eye on how the functions of government and the functions of the services are going to continue. Anyway, last night the Greek police announced that gatherings of more than 4 persons are banned from yesterday. Yeah, through till Wednesday. Now, the violations of those people gathering together in groups will incur fines of €300 for those participating, and anybody who's seen to be organising these groups, they will get a €5,000 fine. Anyway, the police said that the ban is explicitly aimed at preventing the gathering and marches in commemoration of the 1973 student uprising against the then military junta that was in power in Greece at that time. Now, November 1973 is a massive student demonstration normally here in Greece. This is when all the students and that come out. And basically, the uprising, the reason they do that is to commemorate the uprising that happened on the 14th of November 1973, which escalated into an open revolt against the junta, which ended in a bloodbath, basically. It started with a tank crashing through the gates of the Athens Polytechnic, even though after an official investigation was undertaken after the fall of the junta, it was declared that no students from the Polytechnic were killed during the incident. However, 24 civilians were killed outside the Athens Polytechnic campus, and a 5-year-old boy also died who was caught in the crossfire. It is a big demonstration here. However, the Greek Communist Party insists that they will be marching on Tuesday, so we'll keep an eye on that and to see how that goes. Anyway, another story, local story, and a good story, a bit of uplifting news. The director of the Ministry of Culture, Theotokis Villamoutsis, has been speaking to to Hermes, local news media gathering service here, about the restoration of the monastery on the island of Stafada. Now, you may remember I've spoken about this before. There is an island off the coast of Zakynthos where there is a monastery there, which is also a bit like a castle, and it was where St. Denis stayed, was there. His body was also buried there when pirates were attacking Zakynthos mainland way back. Anyway, the Minister of Culture has announced that there would be 11 million euro tender for the restoration of what is basically a crumbling monastery. And guess what? The good news is today the tender actually opens. Yep, so today, the first day of the tender, submission bids will start, and it's hoped that there is going to be a good choice of contractor who will finally get to work on restoring the actual monastery. And it's going to be another great location here on the island for people to go and visit when they're here on holiday. At the moment, the monastery is in a very poor state. There has been underlying damage through earthquake and also through extensive rain. It's actually forbidden to go into the monastery at the moment until they can shore it up. However, Mr. Villamoutsis impressed that one main issue that they are lacking at the moment is engineers. He said there's only 10 engineers from the Ministry of Culture to cover the whole of Greece. So this is going to create problems in the future. He says, because when you have to hire for 10 years, a generation of engineers has been lost. In addition, the know-how and the transfer of knowledge are also not lost, and this is a serious problem. However, he's very optimistic that the Directorate of Restoration of Byzantine and Post-Byzantine Monuments is very experienced on restoration projects. And he says we've done such projects again, regardless of distance and location. And therefore, if we start, we will finish with a very good result. And I must admit, the project they're going to undertake is quite an extensive project. This island is about 27 miles off the coast of Zakynthos. It's not the easiest place to get to. One of the main first features they're going to have to do is to build some kind of port where obviously stuff can come ashore. There is a small little port there, but it's not to the scale that will be required for a major restoration to get heavy plant equipment, etc. there. So all in all, it's a project that I'm definitely going to keep an eye on it. I've missed out on numerous times of having the chance to go visit the monastery there, simply because I've been working, and it is kind of an all-day trip. They do, or they have done in the past, run like little pilgrimages there, but normally they'll be during the summer when the weather is good and the seas are calmer. And it would be interesting, actually, if this project, as it looks like it is going to come off once it's finished, to obviously go over and visit will be fantastic. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Right then, let's have a look and see who's tuning in at the moment. There's quite a few people in tonight. Alfie Ling is in. Nice to see you, Alfie. Give you a wave back. Claire Louise is watching as well. Nice to have you tuning in. Hilary Rogers, good old Hilary. She's there looking in. Also, she says, morning, Ginge. Gary Eden, nice to see you here, Gary. Nice to see you there, sir. Ex-Rap Reg buddy. Also, Sam Curtis. I was talking to Sam yesterday, getting ready for DJ.
his birthday party online. I'm really excited by that and looking forward to that. We had a little chat online yesterday. He's over there in Brighton. He's putting some more tunes together that he wants to hear over his birthday. So thank you for that, Sam, and thanks for the little chat yesterday afternoon. It was pleasant. Christine Plant is also tuning in. Nice to talk to you, Christine. And also as well to catch up. I never realised that you were Suzanne's mum. All right. Lovely Suzanne, who used to live down in Kalamaki. No longer with us, bless, but really nice. I never realised you were a mum, and it was nice to talk to you yesterday as well. Amanda Gregory up the hill is tuning in. I hope the little pups are doing well, or the little puppy's doing well. John David Hester is looking in as well. Nice to have you. Amanda Gregory, she says, morning, Ginge. I hope and you and Jane are well. Very misty this morning at 7 a.m. Well, we got up a bit late this morning, I've got to be honest. It's now starting to turn a little bit black here, so we'll see how the weather goes. Gail Marsden is tuning in as well. Nice to have you there. Andy Hunter as well. Nice to have you. Wendy Mitchell, nice to see you as well. Raina Pete Dillon, nice to have you looking in. John, Mr. Hester says, good morning, Ginge and Jane. Good morning, sir. How are you? Hope all is well. Tracy Syrups is watching as well. Nice to have you tuning in as well, Tracy. She says morning too. Denise Williams is watching as well. Nice to have you tuning in. Sam says, nice to chat to you, sir. Yeah, it was nice to chat to you yesterday, Sam. Alan Parks is watching as well. Nice to see you there, up there in sunny Catterick. Even when it's dull, it's always sunny in Catterick. And he says, morning, Gunner. And Andrew the Fridge Watkins, what does he have to say? Oh, he's just watching at the moment. I thought he was going to tell us about, he just says morning, Ginge. Rosewood is also watching as well. Nice to see you, Rose. Nice to see you tuning in. Graham Chisholm is also tuning in as well. Susie Angus is tuning in as well. Nice to see you, Susie. Give you a wave back as well. Morning, buddy, from Norton in the sunny northeast of England. That's me old mate, Dave Camp. How you doing? He said, wishing you and Jane a great day, and you as well, sir. I hope the weather improves over there. Christine Wildridge is also watching as well, giving you a wave back too. Who else have we got here? Morning from a dull Swansea. I wonder who that could be saying that. Could that be... I don't think that's, what's his name, the Fridge. Debbie Walsham is watching as well. Who's that? Pam Stott is watching. Annie Johnson. Have we gone through all these people? Yes, I think we have. William Stewart is watching. It's Andrew Dance who's saying, morning, Ginge from a dull but mild Swansea. Just rebooked for September and Sophia's. Good to see you coming over. Good positive attitude. Remember, holidays are up online at the moment. And Jet2 and companies like that are doing some very, very good deals. So if you want to get your name down for, get yourself booked up for the summer, please, by all means, do so. We will definitely need it. And also, Wally Stewart, ex-RAF Reg buddy, over there. I'm trying to remember, you're up in the northeast. I'm trying to remember whereabouts in the northeast. Nice to have you tuning in. William Healy's also tuning in as well. And that's it at the moment. Anyway, thanks for that. What are we doing today? Well, little job today. I've got to send a parcel off. So I'll be going out, booking out under number 2, I think is the booking out for that, because it's technically going shopping, taking a parcel to the post office, getting that sent away. Also, it'll be nice to actually get off the real estate. We've not been off the real estate since we went shopping on, when was it? Friday. So once again, just remind you, don't forget, tomorrow I will be doing my show tomorrow. I'm doing it a day early. Normally I broadcast on a Wednesday, but I'm broadcasting on a Tuesday because it's Jane's birthday Wednesday. Once again, any requests, any dedications, any messages, just pop them in below. I've also tidied up the Twitch account. With the Twitch account, you can still watch the show that I do, see the videos, hear some of the music, but unfortunately, because of copyright issues, they do censor. But on Mixcloud, guess what? They actually do not censor me on there. And to be honest, the show's done really well. The last show that I did on Friday, it's number 37 in the pop chart, it's number 8 in the reggae chart, and number 33 in the soul chart, which I'm really pleased about. And Gail Marsden just says, We're booked for August. I'm so pleased about that. And Billy Brotherston, I know your name, Mr. Brotherston, is tuning in. Patrick, Dennis Patrick Carroll from Cyprus is tuning in. How's your lockdown going, sir? I haven't been checking your stats on coronavirus infection. I'll probably do that today, and deaths and that on the island. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Right, listen, I've got to go. I'm starting to burble. I've got jobs to do today. I will see you again tomorrow. You take care and have a great day wherever you are in the world. Ta-ra!